So in part one of the Lesson 18 series, we've just looked at what a one no trump overcall means and what sort of suit you might have to make that bid. Now let's look at what your partner would have to do to respond to your one no trump overcall. Here, North has opened one diamond and our partner East has made a one no trump overcall. South passes and we as West now need to think about how to respond. Well, how we respond follows a very similar pattern to what we learnt way back in lesson 5 when we learned how to respond to a partner's opening bid of one no trump. But now, of course, partner is a bit stronger. They're showing 15 to 17 high card points. The response pattern is very similar. So with a balanced hand, you take your partner for 15 to 17 high card points, do some simple arithmetic, and you would either pass if there cannot be enough points for game, or you'd bid 3 no trump if you know for certain that between the two hands there's a combined high card points of 25 or more, or perhaps you'd bid 2 no trump if game is only possible depending exactly on how strong your partner is for their one no trump overcall. But let's look at that in a bit more detail. To help understand that, let's just revise what we learnt in lesson 5 when we looked at our response structure when our partner opens the bidding with one no trump, i.e. showing 12 to 14 high card points. So this is revision. We did this a long time ago and we've probably forgotten some of this now, so it's a good time to come back to it and look at it. So here, our partner's open one no trump, East has passed, what does South do? Okay, well, remember with balanced hands, the guidance is that with 0 to 10 high card points in a balanced hand, you have to pass. There won't be enough points for game. And equally, if you've got 13 or more high card points, then 13 in your hand plus a minimum of 12 in partner, there's enough for game and you'd bid 3 no trump. Okay, if you've got 11 or 12 high card points, there might be a game on, and so you invite game to with a bid of 2 no trump, and partner would rebid 3 no trump if they're maximum, and they would just pass 2 no trump if they're minimum. That's the standard responses for balanced hands. We also learned how to deal with unbalanced hands. And there we learned several things, okay? Briefly summarized, with 0 to 10 high card points, with a 5 card suit, but not clubs, we can bid a 5 card suit at the 2 level. That shows a weak hand and it's telling partner we'd rather play in diamonds, hearts or spades, whatever our 5 card suit is or 5 card plus suit is. It's called a weakness takeout. Partner must pass, okay? We're weak and there's no future in bidding on other than just passing our suit bid. Okay, with a stronger hand, 13 high card points, and exactly 5 hearts or 5 spades, we bid 3 hearts or 3 spades, and partner would choose 3 no trump, 4 hearts or 4 spades, depending on how many cards they hold in your major suit. You'll remember that, and you can revise that again if you want to go back and look at your notes on there. If you've got 6 hearts or 6 spades, you would normally bid 4 hearts or 4 spades. Any other alternative with 13 high card points, you would always just bid 3 no trump and play in a no trump game. So that's how we dealt with an opening bid of one no trump. Now let's look at what we do when it's not an opening bid, but partner is a little bit stronger and they've overcalled one no trump. When responding to a one no trump overcall, remember that overcall is a stronger hand. It shows 15 to 17 high card points. So here, North has opened a club. Our partner has overcalled one no trump, showing 15 to 17 high card points and stoppers in clubs. So the response structure now is the one we've just seen, but adapted to allow for the fact that partner is stronger, so we can be a little bit weaker to make the bids that we made on the last hand, on the last slide. So firstly, with a balanced hand, if we've got 7 high card points and partner has their maximum, if partner has 17 and we had a maximum of 7, we still wouldn't have enough points for game. So anything between 0 and 7 high card points, there can't possibly be enough for a game in no trumps. So it's far better just to pass and play in one no trump. Equally, if we've got 10 high card points, and even if partner is minimum for their one no trump overcall, i.e. 15, then 10 plus 15 is 25. Game is certainly on, so we would bid 3 no trumps immediately and play in a 3 no trump game contract. And in between, if we've got something like 8 or 9 high card points, then obviously whether game is available or not will depend on whether partner is at the minimum or the maximum end of the range for their one no trump overcall. So here we can just invite game with 2 no trumps, and that would show 8 to 9 high card points. Now, rather than try and remember these, I think it's much better that you try and reason them out every time. Remember that you're looking for 25 high card points for a game in no trumps, and you know what strength partner has. So you should be able to actually work this out rather than try and rely on remembering this. So my tip here is don't necessarily get stressed about remembering these ranges. Try and reason them out with your hand based on what you know about partner's bid. Okay. What about unbalanced hands? Very similar sort of structure again. Here though, the weak responses are anything up to 7 high card points. And remember, the reason for 7 is because if partner has got even if partner has got a maximum, they've got 17, then 7 plus 17 is 24, which is not likely to be enough for game. So anything up to 7 high card points is a weak, unbalanced response. So we can show a weak hand with, if we've got a 5 card suit, we can bid that at the 2 level. We don't bid clubs, that has a special meaning, but we could bid 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, or 2 spades to show a 5 or more card holding in that particular suit. That is a weakness takeout. It says to partner, we're not going to make a game here. It's best if you just trust me and play in my long suit. Please pass. It's the weak takeout. Partner must pass it. So the bidding would go something like here: 1 club by opener, 1 no trump by our partner. South has passed, and with a good 5 card heart suit and about 6 points, it would probably be appropriate for West to just simply bid 2 hearts, which shows that unbalanced hand with longish hearts, a weak hand. Partner would pass, and 2 hearts is likely to be the contract. Okay. If you're fortunate and you've got an unbalanced hand and more than 10 or more high card points, then game is almost certainly on. The question is, are you going to play in a major suit or in 3 no trump? So here, if you remember, it's exactly the same sort of logic that we had when we responded to opening bids of 1 no trump. So we've got 5 hearts or 5 spades. We bid 3 hearts or 3 spades, which is a forcing bid to show 5 cards, exactly 5 cards in that suit. And partner would then choose to play in either 3 no trump or 4 of our major. If we've got 6 or more hearts or 6 or more spades, then we know game is on. We know we have a fit in our major suit, and we would simply bid 4 hearts or 4 spades. In any other situation, any other configuration, with more than 10 high card points, we would simply bid 3 no trump through. Okay. So that really is the response. Let's look at some examples to try and bed this in. And again, I think the key piece of advice here is, rather than try and remember the numbers and the ranges, because it can get quite confusing, it's much better to try and reason it out based on what you know about partner's hand and looking at the points in your own hand. So we'll do that on the next slide. Here are some examples of responding hands for East to hold. So the bidding is, the opponents have opened the bidding 1 diamond. Our partner West has overcalled 1 no trump, showing 15 to 17 high card points, a semi-balanced hand or balanced hand, and stoppers in diamonds. North has passed, so it's our turn to respond. Let's look at a few different hands that East could have and the responses that East would make. Hand 1. Hand 1, we've got a balanced hand here. We've got 8 high card points. So let's do some arithmetic. 8 plus 15 is 23. That wouldn't be enough for game. But if partner has got 17 for their maximum, 17 plus 8, 25, then perhaps game is on. So here it's appropriate to respond 2 no trump, which invites partner to bid game. They would bid 3 no trump, the game contract, if they are maximum. Otherwise, they would pass. So partner has another look at their hand and decides whether to bid on or not. So 2 no trump says, partner, we may have a 3 no trump contract here, depending on whether you are minimum or maximum for your 1 no trump overcall. And partner will then make the decision to pass or bid 3 no trump. Hand 2. Here, we've got a very weak hand, but we do have a good spade suit which offers a good escape from playing in 1 no trump. 1 no trump looks hopeless here. If we leave partner in 1 no trump, it may well be a struggle for them because they're unlikely to be able to make use many of our spades to make spade tricks. It's much better that we make the spade suit trumps here, and we can do that by bidding 2 spades. That's a weak takeout. Partner must trust us. It shows at least 5 cards in spades, and it's saying to partner, I'd much rather we play this contract in 2 spades than letting you play it in 1 no trump. Okay, so here that would be exactly the right bid here. So 2 spades tells partner that we've got a weak hand with longish spades, and partner must pass. Hand 3. Now we've got longish spades, but we've actually got a lot more values in our hand. Okay, we've got 10 high card points. Now, if we think about it, partner has got 15 as a minimum. So 10 plus 15, that's very likely that game is on. That's 25 points. So we should have a game contract on here. With 6 cards in our spade suit, we know that partner is very likely to have a minimum of 2 spades. So we've got a 6-2 fit. We have an 8 card fit in spades. So clearly we just want to bid game in spades. So the right bid here is just bid 4 spades. Partner will pass, and we should play in a 4 spade contract. Partner will have plenty of points for us and a couple of spades, so it'll be quite a nice dummy for us, and we should be able to make our contract there. Another example, hand 4. Here we've got 10 high card points, and a game is likely to be on. 10 plus a minimum of 15 for partner is 25. Okay. Now we've only got 5 cards in spades, so we're not guaranteed to have an 8 card fit in spades here, because partner might only have 2. So the bid here is to bid 3 spades. What that says to partner is, please choose either 3 no trump or 4 spades, depending on how many cards in spades you hold. So if partner's only got 2 cards in spades, they'll just bid 3 no trump and would rather play it in 3 no trump. But if they've got 3 cards in spades, then we have that magic 8 card fit in the spade suit, and we'd much rather play in a 4 spade contract. So the bid is 3 spades by us. Partner chooses 3 no trump or 4 spades. Let's look at hand 5, the last example. Only 9 high card points, but possibly 3 no trump is on here. So if partner is better than minimum, so 2 no trump inviting game is certainly an option for us here. But actually, I'm not even going to invite game here. I'm going to bid game here. The reason being that my clubs are so good, they are very, very likely to play for a good source of tricks here. And if partner is in 3 no trump with that dummy, providing they can set that club suit up, they're going to make a lot of tricks and do extremely well. So I'm bidding 3 no trumps straight away. But it wouldn't be wrong here to bid 2 no trump and invite partner to bid game if maximum. But here the technique is to look at your hand and say, actually, I know it's only 9 high card points, but it's such a good 9 high card points with this brilliant club suit that it's probably worth a little bit more than 9, and so game is very likely to be on. So a strong player here would probably bid 3 no trump straight away, but if you were to bid 2 no trump, that's not the worst response in the world, and you may still get to 3 no trumps depending on what partner has.